So this season's anime starts to wind down, and the new season of anime is just beginning. It's going to start soon. So My Hero Academia, this season is finished, but however, at the end of the episode, thankfully, a season 3 is already confirmed. So we don't have to wait for to hear about anything. The season 3 is already confirmed. It'll probably come out like next year, maybe even spring, but most likely in the summer or something, because yeah, they need the time to actually prep the ground for good animation and all that, and storytelling, and actually cutting stuff out and tying the chapters of the manga together. But in the next few arcs will be lit. Trust me, they will be. Especially when All for One starts to move, which I assume it'll be in season 3. Okay, so this episode of My Hero Academia, the last episode of season 2, Encounter. This episode primarily deals with Shiragaki and his encounter with Midoriya. They said it was a coincidental meeting, but it almost seems uncoincidental, like Shiragaki went out looking for him. So Shiragaki found Midoriya as he was out shopping with the others for their training camp, for materials for their training camp. And he grabs him by the neck, acts like old buddies, and threatens him. Like if he makes any moves, there could be many casualties before any heroes got there, and he'd just die. He'd just die immediately too, because as soon as Shiragaki touches his neck completely, then it'll just disintegrate from the neck down, and he just die instantly like that. So Midoriya had to just stay calm and actually sit down and talk to him. Shiragaki's smile, like, it was a very Moe-like smile. It's the kind of smile that you would want to protect. Or maybe just scream in the middle of the night as you dream about it. You never know. It might appear in your dreams, your nightmares. I mean, those aren't dreams. That face is the face of a killer. How does his face even get so messed up? You know what I mean? Like, I think this is the first time in the anime we've seen his face without the hand on it, without the hand covering it. So I'm guessing a lot of anime watchers are kind of surprised of how he actually looks. Like, his face has just been beat up. Like, I imagine he had some kind of encounter. Like, I know some secrets from the manga about who he actually is, so I don't want to spoil. But something horrible must have happened to his face. Like, Shiragaki actually gains a conviction in this episode after he talked to Midoriya. Like, he finally connected the dots. He finally understood everything that he was struggling to understand about the hero killer, and why the hero killer was getting more attention than he is. And he's still a kid. He's a villain. He's like a bully at this point. He just wants attention. So he didn't have a conviction before. So that's why others didn't really see him as a true villain per se. It's just like in the anime community, where a lot of people hate villains, like Frieza, for instance, who don't really have a reason to be evil. But a lot of people actually like them too. But Shiragaki is a kind of villain who doesn't really have a reason to be evil, and he doesn't have a reason to be evil, and he just gives up when he isn't getting his way. So that's why people don't really follow him. Frieza is different in the aspect that he doesn't just give up on his evil deeds. So I guess that's why people still like Frieza too, though some people hate him. Like, a lot of people still like him. But Shiragaki, his problem is nobody's seeing him. Like, they're all seeing the hero killer. All the attention is on the hero killer. He doesn't have a faction that's like, oh, we love you, Shiragaki-sama. We love you. No, yeah, don't go, Shiragaki-sama. But yeah. So he tries to understand that, and he actually connected the dots in this episode, and he gained a conviction. He connected the dots, and he realized that everything that irritated him so far was because of All Might. Whether it had to do with Midoriya, whether it had to do with Hero Killer Stain, was all because of All Might. So his conviction now is to rid the world of All Might, because he's the one who makes everyone smile needlessly and thoughtlessly. So he wants to eliminate that needless and thoughtless smile, that idea of justice people hold, and of the symbol of peace. So that's what he's going to set out to do, to destroy that image in this wretched society. It's not even a wretched society, man. It's just a lawful society where everybody's happy. But he's kind of a brat, so yeah. But he's becoming a proper villain. And as All For One said at the end of this episode, he's the villain who will inherit All For One. He will become All For One in some way. So you could see the parallels between Shiragaki and Midoriya. Midoriya is the student of All Might, who is the whole of One For All, and who will be the new symbol of peace at some point, as we're assuming that. And Shiragaki is the student of All For One, who will be the new symbol of evil at some point, as he's building himself up to be. So we can look forward to what happens later on in the future. Yes, so all the students of Class A get to go to the summer camp, even the failures, but they'll have to undergo extra lessons and all that good stuff. And something will go down at the summer camp, so stay tuned for that. It's going to be, it's really good. And this is when best girl, well, second best girl, because I like Ochako more, well, best girl Toga actually gets some screen time. And you guys will see why she's best girl and why all those dojins are available of her and Izuku. And she's doing like the S play. She's a sadist. There's a reason for it. So yes, that's all I have to say about this episode. All we can do is wait for the next season and just anticipate it, and hopefully it will be as good as this one and as the first, because I actually enjoyed season 2 much more than the first one. So they actually did a good job, especially they extended the episodes, so it was no longer just a 13 episode season. It was like a 25 episode season, so that was good. I hope next season is actually as long as this one. So yeah, leave your thoughts on the episode or on the season as a whole, and subscribe, and I'll see you later. This is my last My Hero Academia review for this season, at least. Anyways, bye.